So for now I have 3 streams planned per week. I think that's reasonable beginning. With beginning I mean that I maybe will make more in the future, but for sure for this year I will keep this schedule. If something changes I will tell you. So most of the streams will be start at 6 p.m. Central Time. This may vary a little bit, maybe it will start 7 p.m. It starts quite early in that sense, and the reason is so that I just can work on my project during the stream, talking about my project, what I'm doing, and just go on, for a long time. So making really long streams, so that's why I start early, and it's no problem to kind of tune in later on or something like that. So kind of what I said is that maybe I will plan more streams. Maybe I will come to that later on. Let's first talk about what is kind of planned for these streams. So I don't think it's interesting. Okay, one moment. I don't think it's interesting for you guys and for me to just make kind of tutorial-like streams. With that I mean making things by the book, showing you step by step how you do something. I don't think it's the best format for that. I will do edited videos that will cover tutorials. The simple reason is in a stream I get distracted very easy. I make mistakes, so you have to go back and see what did I do wrong. Maybe I don't like, maybe you hear English is not my first language, so sometimes I just don't remember the word I need to explain something, so I may explain things more complicated than it needed to be, and so on. So when I do kind of step-by-step tutorial on a stream, it may get really confusing, it may be longer than it needed to be, and so on. And the second reason is kind of if someone comes up to me and says, can you tell me how you do that, and so on. And then, yeah, I already showed this in a video. Please go to a stream that is 3-4 hours long and watch the whole thing, and maybe you find the tutorial. And so I can just, I made a tutorial, here's the link for the video. So that's much easier. And then there are a lot of advantages I have with making edited videos. I can edit them down very short. So something that maybe in a stream takes 1 to 2 hours, like the saving from one of my last streams, I can do in a 10 or 20 tutorial video, and I just don't need this long. Also I can, at the moment, my stream quality is not really good. This is not the internet connections problem, it's just my notebook with Streamlab open, with Unreal Engine open, and I've just with everything open, I just had to set down the bit rate so I can record it. Of course, I hope in the future I can upgrade, I can get a better PC and so on, and then these things will improve step by step. So I don't have such a big problem with recording there. I can put up the bitrate a little bit higher and the videos look better. Then I can write script or redo explanations, so I'm not saying the whole time like I'm doing now, and so on. So there will be more these tutorials or more informative videos. They will be edited videos, and I won't cover these things in streams. So for what are then the streams? For different things. First, for interactive people. So if you have questions or you tried something I show in one of my tutorials and it didn't work, or you want to know do it a little bit different, you can come up to me in a stream, ask these questions, and I can show it to you on a stream live. We can do it together and so on. Or you can put requests, give me requests and say, yeah, I want to see that, I would like to learn how this works and so on, and we can do that on a stream. So of course for requests I need to do preparations. So this may, if you ask me on a stream, please do that. I may not have the possibility to directly do it. Maybe I will do it in another stream. Or you can always send me a private message and ask me there. Then I can just prepare something. Another advantage of the stream is I can show you the different results you get if you do something wrong. If you do something different, I can directly show you what is the effect of that. What is kind of nice. Yeah, and for that I just have a better flexibility with the stream. So kind of for these things it's nice. Then I will do a lot of experimental things that may not work or may work. That means things I never did like that before, or I didn't have a clear tutorial how to do it. I just have an idea how to do it. So I will do stuff like that, and then we will see if it works. If it works, I will do a tutorial later on about that. And then finally, if there is, let's say, if there is no request, if there are no questions or so on, and also if there is if I just don't have anything cool to show you right now, maybe sometimes I just come and say, yeah, here I played around with Unreal Engine, I found out something cool, so I want to show you that. Then I will do that on a stream maybe or so, just to show you some things. So if nothing like this, if there's no request, if there is nothing I want to specific show you, I just will work on my project on the streams, and you can tune in, you can ask questions. I will try to explain what I'm doing and so on. And yeah, so we can kind of interact with each other while I'm working, and that's why I said I will start the streams as early as possible, so 6 p.m. and then I will just go on 3, 4, maybe 5 hours, and then I get a lot of things done, what is also nice. So maybe for the schedule, stream schedule, this is, I mean, it can vary sometimes. Sometimes I have to say, yeah, sorry, today I don't have time for a stream, I will do it tomorrow, or I will not do it at all, and I will see you at the next time. But this should be exceptions, and this here is kind of the rule, so you kind of know when I stream and so on. I think that's not bad to have this. Then, like I said, that I'm thinking about doing different streams. One is something like on the weekend, maybe Sunday or something like that, on a completely different time. So if you're living in a different time zone, so maybe you can catch a stream and things like that. That's one idea. Another idea would be if there are other creators out there that kind of want to do more and stream exchanging stuff or so on. I'm also open for something like that. So before we go on, I also want to talk about the two tutorials versus edited videos. So there are a couple of things I want to say. So if I show you, I will mostly do tutorials about things I showed you in the streams. So I will maybe experiment with something on the stream, and if it works I will make a tutorial about that, so you can later on go look at the tutorial, how did I do it step by step, and kind of copy it and see how it works for you. But I don't want, and you can also ask me stuff, so kind of could you show me that and things like that, and then maybe it's easier to make a short tutorial and then give you the link to this tutorial or something like that. But that's mainly how I will go with the tutorials. If I do something or you ask me something that I personally also just know step by step on the book, and I watch someone else explaining it to me, and I have nothing to add, or I don't do anything different, then I'm not doing a tutorial, then I just will give you the link to this tutorial I used to make it, because it would be a waste of my time, it would be a waste of your time if I will create the same tutorial again, and it would also be not very respectful to the other person who put time into it and made this tutorial. So kind of if there is a tutorial out there and that answers your question, I want to do a tutorial by myself, I will give you the link. And of course that's all about things I know. I wish I would know Unreal Engine, so every nuance of Unreal Engine I don't, but I'm also here to learn, and if I find out something new or something new, if you ask me something I don't know directly, I may have to kind of link you to someone else, maybe a forum or something like that. You can ask your question and maybe get an answer. Maybe if I'm interested in how that works, I will do my own research and I will come back to you if I know more and things like that. So just so you know, I'm also still learning Unreal Engine. Yeah, what else is there to say here? Maybe for upcoming tutorials, just so you know that, I plan to do 3 tutorials, so one I started to record, but yeah, anyway, I will do 3 tutorials, one about creating human proportions in Blender. That's what I did in the very early streams, and in the streams it was still experimental, so now I kinda know the nuances and so better, so I can show you that in a tutorial much better. Then I had this long live stream about saving, absolutely saving to different slots, or having different save files, let's say it like this, and it took me a while until it worked, but in the end it worked. So I will do a video about how to save and load your files, and explain to you how you do it with only one save file or with multiple save files. That's tutorial number 2, and tutorial number 3 is how to set up a play character with different skins and customizations, and I will show you the basics, basic movements, basic animations, basic for customization on which you can build on. So that these are the 3 tutorials I have planned, and maybe from this stream here there will be another tutorial coming. I will see how the stream goes and so on. If there is worth something to explain something more in more detail. So if I say I'm doing a tutorial, don't expect it that it will be uploaded on the next day or something like that. To make this tutorial, it takes some time, and time is often a big problem for me. Sometimes I just don't have the time to do these tutorials, and it may take a couple of days or maybe even a week or something like that. But it will come.